What do you say, everybody? Hello and welcome to beautiful EQT Park in sunny Washington, Pennsylvania. Sunny at the moment. Threat of some rain today, but we're ready for Game 2 of the three-game series between the Florence Yalls and the Washington Wild Things again at EQT Park. Florence trying to recover after a 10-0 loss yesterday. They're sending out their ace, Evan Webster, on the mound against Hector Garcia for the Washington Wild Things. You're listening to Frontier League Baseball on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Yalls Radio Network on our YouTube audio stream. Rory Tettemer, your play-by-play broadcaster, pleased to join you guys for game number 26 of the 102-game 2026 season. Florence against Washington, the fifth time they've met this season. They are right now split 2-2. Florence dropped yesterday a 10-0 loss, featuring a complete game shutout from Kobe Foster, trying to bring the bats into this one. Just 3 hits yesterday for the Yalls in a game that did not see a lot of offense after their 20-run display on Thursday. So hopefully they can put it all together today and back up their ace on the mound in Evan Webster. This is the 50 West Brewery pregame show, always inspired by the Great American Road Trip across Route 50. 50 West, the premier brewery in the Cincinnati area. 50 West, every beer is a journey. Join us for the ride, located at 7605 Worcester Pike, Cincinnati. Villalobos grabbed the ball yesterday for Florence, looking to build off consecutive 6-inning starts. Washington got on the board early with the first 4 players reaching base, and all 4 of them coming home to score and take a 4-0 lead in the first. Washington added 1 more in the second before Villalobos settled in. Retired 11 in a row. Villalobos was only down 5-0. The Southpaw finished with 5 1/3, allowing 5 runs, 4 earned on 5 hits and collecting 4 strikeouts. The Yalls just had no offense. Obviously, were stuck against Kobe Foster, the talented left-handed pitcher for the Washington Wild Things. He threw a complete game shutout. Florence saw just 3 hits, 2 from Brett Blomquist and the other from Milo Rushford. The only other base runner they had was a walk from Brendan Bobo in the second inning. Blake Donnan and Nathan Darted finished off the game from the bullpen. A 10-0 loss for Florence after winning the series against them last time back May 19th, 20th, and 21st. They started the same way they did that series, losing game 1 by pretty much a blowout. It was 12-3 last time on May 19th. Webster was the one that got them back in the driver's seat in game 2, a 7-6 win for Florence. Webster, his last time on the mound against Washington. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 7 Ks. The 7 innings pitched are a season high. The 7 Ks were a season high. He has been just dynamite for the Yalls. 4 consecutive wins. He enters today with a 4-1 record and a 3.21 ERA. His last time out against Schaumburg, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, shut down baseball, 3 walks, and 3 Ks. That was his lowest K total, but if you were paying attention in that game, you know he probably should have had a few more. On the flip side, for Washington, it's Hector Garcia, who's also very talented, 3-0 with a .9 ERA entering today. Florence facing the 2 studs for the Washington pitching staff entering today. Last time out, Lake Erie, 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, just 1 run, no walks, and 6 Ks. He's only had 4 walks on the season across 5 starts. He has looked dynamite after a couple stints here in Washington, a little bit in the Minnesota Twins organization. Has not pitched against Florence before as a starter. Let's take a look at the starting lines for both ball clubs. First for the away Florence Yalls, leading off the center fielder Jackson Tucker. Batting second, the second baseman Tyler Schoenfeld. In the 3 slot, the first baseman Hank Zeisler. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter Zaid Richardson. In the 5 slot, the left fielder Marcus Brodell. Batting 6th, the third baseman Garrett Broussard. Batting 7th, the right fielder Milo Rushford. In the 8th slot, the shortstop Dylan Baker. And rounding out will be the catcher Kyle Harbison. No Brendan Bobo for the first time this season. Bobo getting an off day. It's his first game that he has not played in out of the 25 that Florence has played in this season. This is game number 26. Zach Beadle still injured, so it'll be Kyle Harbison once again, and then Brett Blomquist, after getting 2 hits yesterday, does find himself on the pine today. He was the only Florence Yalls with 2 hits in a game where they only had 3. On the flip side for Washington, leading off the third baseman Connor Peck. Batting second, the second baseman Antonio Monroy. Batting third, the designated hitter Andrew Check. In the cleanup spot, returning to the lineup, the right fielder Anthony Mercado. Batting fifth, the center fielder Caleb Ketchup. In the 6th slot, the first baseman Hunter Stokely. Batting 7th, the shortstop Kyle Edwards. In the 8th slot, still catching Isaiah Skiros. And rounding out will be the left fielder Ryan Ford. Webster against Garcia. Game 2 of the 3-game series. Florence hoping to force a rubber match tomorrow. In a game that there's sun on the field right now. We saw some pretty intense showers earlier today, and there was supposed to be rain at this point, and now it has pushed back. They're hoping it continues to push back, and we can get this 9-inning game in. We'll pause on the 50 West Brewing pregame show as we get ready for our national anthem, but don't go anywhere. First pitch coming up in just a few minutes. Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. We're ready for first pitch here at EQT Park. Florence against Washington, game 2 of the 3-game series. The Y'alls at 14-11, Washington 17-8 entering today. Washington, first place of the Midwest Central. Florence in third, but still high up in the overall Frontier League standings. It's 14-11. Florence yesterday was 4th overall in the Frontier League at 14-11. The 3 division leaders were in the Midwest Central were 2, 3, and 4. Just to show you how stacked the Midwest Central has been to start the season. Washington, Evansville, and the Y'alls. First 3 to the plate for Florence. Jackson Tucker, Tyler Schoenfeld, and the captain, Hank Zeisler. Again, an off day for Brendan Bobo. I did ask him today if he was doing all right, and he said, yeah, just needed an off day. Yesterday was supposed to be that day, but he did want to face Kobe Foster. So today he does get it. I think the only unfortunate thing there, I mean, technically I think Brendan Bobo has been hitting well regardless, but he's taking the off day on the day where it's a righty on the mound, and he'll be facing lefties in both games of the series. Hector Garcia, a talented righty at that, 3-0 with a .9 ERA entering today. Florence really any bit of offense would be better than what we saw yesterday. Just 3 hits, 4 total base runners. Hoping to even the series and force a rubber match tomorrow. The Y'alls in their red Kentucky jerseys with flow caps and gray pants. Washington in custom jerseys for kind of resembling Team USA national hockey team jerseys. Just a Wild Thing logo on the side. Then it says Wild Thing on the back instead of a nameplate. Pretty good looking jerseys. Not as good as the Florence Y'all Stars and Stripes. Hopefully seeing those for Hometown Heroes Night. We're supposed to see them for Red, White, and Y'alls. But they did have a problem shipping. Jackson Tucker will dig in. 340 average, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Held 0 for yesterday. That did break his streak of 19 games on base and a 7-game hitting streak. Florence needs guys like Jackson Tucker, Tyler Schoenfeld to start off the offense and get things going. Just an injured Florence team, and I feel like yesterday you kind of felt that energy from them. They knew they were battered and needed some quality innings from Villalobos. He's able to go 5 1/3. First pitch in there for a strike at 7:06. Partly cloudy skies. Sun is shining down on the field. Wind blowing out towards left. Garcia working from the stretch, third base side of the rubber. 0-1 misses upstairs. 76 degrees here at first pitch. Severe thunderstorm watch expected to last until 11 tonight. A 1-1 count to Tucker. 1-1 pitch. Skies at foul, 1-2. You know Evan Webster, you know he loves the red Kentucky jerseys. No surprise that he went to it there. Went to it here. A 1-2 count in the opening frame here at EQT Park. The 1-2 pitch. Skies at foul. Will do it again. Good-sized crowd on hand. Still probably filling into their seats. There's definitely more yesterday. The 1-2 misses outside. Kick the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Top of the zone with 91 miles per hour on the fastball, 22.09 on the spin rate. Jackson Tucker down on strength. Garcia picks up his first K of the day. That'll bring up Tyler Schoenfeld. Hector Garcia out of the Minnesota Twins farm system. Looks like he started this year working short stints. 2 innings, 3 innings, 2 innings, and then as of May 23rd, worked into a traditional role as a starter. 6 innings and then 7 innings. Took a real ramp up in his pitch count. From 39 to 68 to 96. He's allowed just 2 runs all season. 0-1 count to Schoenfeld. In there. Top of the zone on the off speed. 1175 on that spin rate. Must be some sort of splitter or changeup. I'll say 1175 is probably still too much for a knuckleball, unless it was like a knuckle curve. 0-2, ground ball left side, fielded by Peak. Throw on to first is in time. Bang, bang play over there at first. Retires the speedy Schoenfeld. Brings up Hank Zeisler. Zeisler held over yesterday as well. Captain of the Owls trying to get things going here in the opening frame. First pitch is in there for a strike. Enters today hitting .376. Oh, 1. Two hopper over towards the second baseman, Monroy. Throw on to first is in time. Florence down in order. We head to the bottom of 1. Washington gets their first crack when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the first inning, always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable. That's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com or stop by a branch near you today. Connor Peak, Antonio Monroy, and Andrew Check will lead things off for Washington. Evan Webster on the mound for Florence. Webster 4-1. He's on a 4-game win streak. His only loss came on opening day when the opposing pitching staff threw a combined no-hitter against Florence. Averaging 5.6 runs in support across 5 starts. Florence, as a team, averages 7 for their starting rotation. First pitch to Peak. Fastball in there for a strike. Evan Webster offers a good mix of pitches. Pitcher of the week in August last season. 0-1, ground ball left side and foul. He's definitely worked himself as the ace of the Florence staff. Coming into this season, you didn't really know who it was going to be. 0-2 misses upstairs. A lot of people thought it would be Isaac Milburn after the season he had last year. He's gotten off to a slow start, a couple good outings. Zach Westcott was phenomenal last year. Florence re-signed him, and he's gotten off to a slow start as well. But Evan Webster has stayed consistent. You know, it also could have been Villalobos, but he was recovering from a shoulder injury. Obviously the ace before he went down. Kick the 2-2. Top of the zone, 88. Misses by a hair, a full count. Sideways windup, the payoff pitch. Grounder, right over towards the shortstop Baker. Fields it on 2 hops. Throw on a first is in time. 6-3 on the put-away. Let's take a look at the defense for Florence. Marcus Brodell in left field. Jackson Tucker in center. Milo Rushford over in right. In the infield, it's Garrett Broussard at third. Dylan Baker at short. Tyler Schoenfeld at second. Hank Zeisler at first. And Kyle Harbison doing the catching. Got to bring up the lefty, Antonio Monroy. 4 lefties in the lineup today for Washington. First pitch. In there for a strike to Monroy. When Roy yesterday, a great day. 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Hitting .222 on the season. 0-1 dribbles it down the first baseline and foul, 0-2. 0-2 with the bases empty. 1 away. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. Fielded on the backhand from Schoenfeld. Gathers himself. Throw on to first. Is in time. 4-3 on the put away. Couple ground balls in the infield. Open this game up. That'll bring up the hulking lefty, Andrew Check. Check did the damage in the first inning yesterday, a bases clearing double. He also came in to score in that inning. 4 runs in the first for Washington yesterday. Put themselves out in front right away. Kind of sucked the energy out of the Yalls, I would say. The 1-0 in there for a strike on a nice slider there from Evan Webster. Sideways windup, the 1-1. Another slider in there, bottom of the zone. Andrew Check will call time. One and 2 the count. Tyler Schoenfeld out in right field. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. It's over towards Schoenfeld. Fields it. Throw on to first is in time. Played a shift perfectly there. A 1-2-3 frame for Evan Webster. We're scoreless through 1 as we head to the top of 2 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the second inning always brings us our umpire intro, brought to you by Pello Window and Door. Looking for a clearer view of every call? Trust Pello Window and Door, bringing you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pello Window and Door, so good even the ump won't miss a thing. Crew today, Miguel De La Cruz behind home plate down the first baseline, Jalen Jarvis, and Juan Manuel Rodriguez, the crew chief, down the third baseline. Zade Richardson digs in against Hector Garcia. First pitch misses upstairs. 1-2-3 frames for both starting pitchers today. Scoreless through 1. Richardson an off day, technically the last 2 days. 1-0, check swing. Goes all the way around, 1-1. He did get into the ball game and Thursday. A great day at the plate. Went 1 for 1. 2 RBIs and a run scored. Got hit by a pitch. Real easy. 1-1, misses upstairs. He's had a heck of a start to the season, hitting .314, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, typically in the 5-hole. But with Brendan Bobo, he moves up to the cleanup spot. 2-1. In there for a strike. Got a few homers here at EQT Park. Actually, opposite way. Wind blowing just slightly out towards left field today. 2-2. Swing and a miss, blows it by him at 92. Middle of the plate. That's the second K for Hector Garcia. Brings up Marcus Brodell. Brodell was not in the lineup yesterday. First pitch in there for a strike. Back on Thursday, he was 1 for 4 with an RBI, 2 runs scored, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Hitting an even 200 on the season, 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. Seems like the addition of Milo Rushford kind of creates a competition there for Brodell. 0-2, ropes it down the right field line. That's going to drop in 4 extra bases going all the way to the wall. Brodell on his way to second. He's going to stop there with a 1-out double. Florence gets their first hit of the day. Nice piece of hitting from Brodell. That was an off-speed. Just left, middle of the plate. Turns and burns on it, 97 down the line. Runner in scoring position now. Ground ball over towards the shortstop off the bat of Broussard. Throw on to first is in time. It did move Brodell over towards third. 6-3 on the put away for out number 2. Brings up Milo Rushford. Straight up defense for Washington. Lefty Rushford. First pitch to him, fouls it away. I think it's Rushford's first times in the Kentucky Reds. Rushford out of the Royals organization. He's had a hot start at the plate. 5 for 12 so far on the season. .417 average entering today. 0-1. Skies it down the third baseline. Foul territory. Peak is going all the way over towards the netting. Just runs out a little bit of room. 0-2 count. Marcus Brodell, the runner on third, 2 away. Top half of 2. Florence looking to get on the board early. 20 runs on Thursday, no runs on Friday. It's the game of baseball. 0-2. Grounder, left side. 2-hopper to Peak. Throw on to first. Check able to handle it with a scoop to retire Rushford. Florence strands a runner in scoring position. We head to the bottom of 2 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTM. Bottom of the second. It's 0-0 on our Thomas More scoreboard. Always a scoreboard partner, Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today at thomasmore.edu. Evan Webster back out for his second inning of work. Clean 1-2-3 in the first. Anthony Bricado, Caleb Ketchup, and Hunter Stokely will be the first three to face him for Washington. Our YouTube audio stream, Sergeant Bilko III tuning in as always. Said, okay, let's get some hits. And then once we got the double, we said, woohoo, double, let's go. Was good to see a runner in scoring position early. First pitch in there for a strike. 3 ground outs last inning. Bricado absent from the lineup yesterday. I think he was just gone. It wasn't available on the bench either. Obviously a former Florence y'all. The 1-1 swing and a miss out in front of the off-speed. Bricado this season hitting .215, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. Had one of those homers against Florence. 1-2 pitch, ropes it down the left field line, but foul. Bricado against lefties this season hitting .212 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs. 1-2 pitch, ground ball foul. Let's do it again. He's got 11 strikeouts and 33 at-bats. One-two pitch, skies it high out towards shallow center field. Schoenfeld going out, Tucker coming in. It's Tucker with the call, and he makes the grab for out number 1. First pitch to Ketchup is in there for a strike. Dots up the outer half at 89. Sideways windup, the 0-1. Slider misses just in. Touching the zone on track, man. The 1-1. Skied foul, 1-2. Evan Webster getting on top of these hitters early. It's always a recipe for success. First pitch strikes. Getting ahead in counts here. 1-2. The Louisville alum. 4.11 ERA at 5 years of Louisville. 179 and 2/3 innings. 163 Ks to just 51 walks. 1-2. Misses upstairs. Obviously a Northern Kentucky native. Union, Kentucky. Went to Ryle High School. Graduated there in 2019. 2-2 misses inside. A full count now. Prep Baseball Report out of high school had him ranked as the number 17 overall player in the state and the number 1 left-handed pitcher. Winds the payoff pitch, grounder, left side, fielded on the forehand from Dylan Baker. Throw across his body, not in time. An infield single for Caleb Ketchup. Nice play there from Baker. Kind of falling to his right. Brings up Hunter Stokely with 1 away and a runner on first. First pitch to Stokely misses outside. A lefty-lefty battle. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. I think if anyone's had the most success on pickoffs, it'd probably be Webster this season. The 1-0 fouls it away, 1-1. Stokely 8 for 49 entering today. You know, I wonder if Kyle just does that. Kyle Dawson, obviously the Washington Wild Things broadcaster. He's really inconsistent on who he gives hits and at-bats to versus just the average. You gotta feel like 8 for 49 is enough to start saying the average. Stokely hitting $163. 2-1. Ground ball, right side. Schoenfeld, only throw is 2 first. It is in time. Moves the runner over towards second. That was pulled on his forehand. Had to track that down in the gap. Kind of more towards the first base foul line. Did a good job getting there. Caleb Ketchel was just burning over towards second. 2 away now for Kyle Edwards. Edwards yesterday, 1 for 4, hitting $198 entering today. First pitch misses outside. The 1-0, missing upstairs. A lot more people have filled into their seats now. Don't know if we still have Dave Brown in attendance. I know he was here yesterday for Villalobos' start. I do see the Janes out there. Caught up with Marlies Zeisler yesterday. 2-0. Now let's skide out towards right field, sending Rushford a little bit back, but plenty of room. He makes the grab to end the inning. 2 scoreless so far from Webby. We head to the top of the third. It's time for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the third inning always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference of Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Dylan Baker, Kyle Harbison, and back to the top of the order, Jackson Tucker. 2 up this inning. Florence just 1 hit so far against Hector Garcia. First pitch in there for a strike. Top half of the third always brings us our Tettemer Trivia. The way it works, I read a question top half of the third, give you guys the answer at the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. It's rtettemer9 or Florence_Y'alls. Question you're looking for. Comment your guess in the comment section. I will shout you out here on the broadcast. You can also comment in the YouTube audio stream, the live chat section there. I'll be able to see that. Dylan Baker, the beer batter of the game. Currently down 0-2. 0-2 pitch, runs upstairs all the way to the backstop. Baker did strike out twice yesterday. Enters today hitting .257. An 0 for 3 line. Garcia from the stretch, the 1-2 swing and a miss. Down on strikes, third K of the day for Garcia. All right, let's get to our Tettemer Trivia question of the day. Always brought to you by the Roar Agency. Let's simplify things tonight. No one got it correct yesterday, so we're simplifying things tonight. It's a very easy question. Who led, I guess not easy, but simple question. Who led Major League Baseball in batting average in the year 2019? Who led Major League Baseball in batting average in 2019? Diving play over at short. A line drive out, taking away a base hit from Kyle Harbison. Nice job from Edwards over there. So again, the question, who led Major League Baseball in batting average in 2019? My hints, an American League player. Simple question, you know, not going through Caper 9, not going to war. Batting average. Who led the league in batting average 2019? That one's in there for a strike to Jackson Tucker. 2 away and nobody on base. The 0-1 line drive right over towards the shortstop. Edwards, Florence down in order. A couple of good pieces, just couldn't find the hole. We head it to the bottom of the third. Get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the third inning, scoreless between the Yalls and the Wild Things. Evan Webster back out to work. He's allowed just 1 hit to Caleb Ketchup. It'll be the 8-9 top for Washington. Isaiah Skiros, Ryan Ford, and Connor Peak due up for Washington. First pitch misses outside. Skiros, yesterday's ball game, went 1 for 3, and a walk and 2 strikeouts. Webster's looked solid on the mound so far for Florence. 1-0 in there for a strike. We're still playing Tettemer Trivia in the inning. The question was, who led Major League Baseball in batting average in 2019? They played in the American League. Just a simple question tonight. The 1-1 fouled away. 1-2. Comment your guess in the comment section on Twitter. Florence_y'all is probably the easiest to find it. Shout you out here on the broadcast. Got some good guesses rolling through already. One, two. Misses upstairs. That one misses outside. David Alpert tuning in. Read his guess with one away. Here's the payoff pitch. Skies it high down the third baseline in foul territory. Broussard is working over towards the netting, and he runs out of room. Looked like he was slowing down. I thought that might have stayed in play. Here's the payoff pitch again. Swing and a miss. Blows it by him. Evan Webster, outside part of the plate, gets his first strikeout. That'll bring up Ryan Ford. So with one away, let's start reading some of our guesses. Haven't got too many just yet. David Alpern did say Mike Trout. Actually, he was very good in on-base percentage that year, but I think Christian Yelich excelled for Brewers. Mookie Betts was really good that year, too, when he was still with Boston. Los Angeles has been very happy to see Mookie as a Dodger since being traded here in 2020. It's a separate question for David if he feels like the Angels are the little brother of the Dodgers, or is it fair, like half and half California, you know, in Los Angeles? More people Dodgers or Angels? I've never been. There's a ground ball over towards Broussard. Throw on to first is in time. 5-3 on that put away. I would assume, just with the recent success, a lot more people Dodgers fans, especially because, you know, all around the country people are Dodgers fans. But maybe the Anaheim area, good amount of Angels fans. So a 2 away. We have Mike Trout as a guest. It's been quick innings. Might have to extend this one into the fourth. From the press box here in Washington, they said Tim Anderson, and then I did hear someone else say Luis Arias. So Tim Anderson and Luis Arias, the guesses here. Zach Jury tuning in back home in Florence. He said Luis Arias. Then Mike Trout here. Corey Call said Zach Jury. That would be incorrect. And then Zach Jury also said softball league might be top 5 in average. That's very true. Florence front office playing in the softball championship on Monday. Here's the 1-1 missing upstairs. No tickets needed. Go on out to Tower Park in Fort Thomas. Catch that game. 7:30. It'll be a fun championship game. Here's the 2-1 missing outside. Again, not really many guesses here. So I guess we'll just go through with it. See how this at-bat goes before we give the answer. Here's the 3-1 ground ball, base hit up the middle. So we got time to talk about it. Second hit of the day for Washington. Connor Peak gets a 2-out single. That brings up Antonio Monroy. So we got Luis Arias, Tim Anderson, Mike Trout as the real guesses right now, waiting for some more to file through. Let's go through the rest of the top 10 in Major League Baseball. Now, this is Major League Baseball, you know, so there will be National League teams, even though I did give you guys the hint that it was an American League player. Brian Reynolds was 10th that season for Pittsburgh, hitting .314. The amount of people you see hitting over 300, you just do not see in even just 7 years later. Now, here's a late guess. Aaron Judge from Rich Tettemer. Charlie Blackmon hit .314 that year. He's tied for 9th with Reynolds. Just .001 points ahead of him was his teammate, Nolan Arenado. Ground ball fielded on the backhand from Schoenfeld. Glove flipped to second. They got him in time. Nice play from Tyler Schoenfeld, flashing the leather. We'll continue talking about this in the top of the fourth. Scoreless at EQT Park when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the fourth inning, we're scoreless at EQT Park. Tyler Schoenfeld, Hank Zeisler, Zade Richardson will be the first three to face Garcia in the inning. Allowed just one hit so far, one time through the order. Still talking about Tettemer trivia. It's been 2 quick innings. Just giving some people more time to take their guesses. Got Luis Arias, Tim Anderson, Mike Trout, Aaron Judge as our 4 guesses right now. 1-0, bunts it down the third base line. It's a good one. Fielded by Garcia. Throw goes on to first. It's not in time. It gets away, going off the right field wall. Schoenfeld on his way to second, and he'll stop there. Thought about 3. It was a good throw that came in. Tyler Schoenfeld with a bunt single and advancing to third on the E1, or advancing to second on the E1. So we're going through the top 10 of that 2019 season in average. That's obviously what the Tettemer trivia is, who led Major League Baseball in batting average 2019. Brian Reynolds was 314. Charlie Blackmon, 314. Nolan Arenado, 315. Tied with him for 7th, Yoan Moncada, the Chicago White Sox, hitting 315 that season. Remember Yoan Moncada, I think now with the Angels. Toby Hall out to talk to one of the field umpires about something. Maybe about interference, something like that. Jeff McNeil was 6th at 318 when he was with the Mets. It was one of those great McNeil seasons, just hitting 318, bunch of base hits. And then it was also, I'm sure David Alpern's not ready to hear this one, Anthony Rendon. Great season from him at 319 when he was with the Nationals. First pitch to Hank Zeisler, fouls it away. This guy had a fall from grace. DJ LeMahieu hitting 327 that year in 4th. Ketel Marte hitting 329. He's still hitting good. I think everyone I've said on this list is either not playing or no longer hits good, but Ketel Marte still hitting very well for the Diamondbacks. The 0-1, swing and a miss downstairs. 0-2 the count. Christian Yelich was a mention there from David Alpern. Yes, he did finish 2nd in the league at 329. But the winner and the leader of batting average in 2019 across all of Major League Baseball, no longer playing, it's Tim Anderson of the Chicago White Sox, who hit 335 in 2019. So correct guess here from the Washington press box. Tim Anderson was your correct guess for Tettemer Trivia today The 0-2 roped down the first baseline and foul. David Alpern, you were right. Mike Trout led the league in on-base percentage at .438 and offensive WAR at 8.1. But it was Tim Anderson that led the way in batting average. The 0-2 fouls it away. Zeisler stays alive. I thought that was a good one. Obviously got a correct answer here in the press box. Just simple. 2019 leader in batting average. Nothing too complicated to think about. Let's see the line for Milk and Cookies starting to form here at EQT Park. Daylight attempt over at second. Nothing going. Time to pick off. Seems like the sun being blocked by some clouds now. The 0-2 missing outside, 1-2. Runner on second, Tyler Schoenfeld. A single and an error got him over there. Nice bunt from Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld bouncing around over at second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the off speed. Zeisler down on strikes. That's the fourth K for Hector Garcia. First pitch to Zade Richardson. Off speed. Swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Schoenfeld takes off for third. The 0-1 misses, and a stolen base for Tyler Schoenfeld. No throw there from Quiros. He couldn't get a good grip on it. That is Schoenfeld's 14th swipe bag on the season. A team high now for Schoenfeld. Moves ahead of Jackson Tucker. He was in a tie with them both at 13. But Schoenfeld takes sole possession, I'm sure. Just the way they've been going at it this year. Tucker gets on base today and will steal one just to reclaim the tie. 1-1 misses outside. It's now a new job for Richardson. I mean, he could just put the ball in the air to the outfield. Get a sacrifice fly to bring home one. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouls it away. I mean, the line for Milk and Cookies at EQT Park is just always incredibly long. Two. Slider misses outside. A full count to Zade Richardson. Infield a little bit in. Not exactly on the green turf. Just behind it. From the stretch, the payoff to Richardson. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes for the second time today. That's the 5th K from Hector Garcia. It is the part of the order where Florence just doesn't have anyone that's going to bunt. Zeisler, Richardson, or Brodell. Obviously didn't need to with Tyler Schoenfeld there, but putting the ball in play might have just brought home a run. Marcus Brodell, a double his last time up. Let's see if he can do it again. Scoreless ball game, top of the fourth, 2 away, runner on third. First pitch to Brodell, swing and a miss. 91, blown right by him at 22.03 on the spin rate. Oh, 1 sends it out towards left field. Plenty of room for Ford, who comes in on it, makes the grab to end the inning. Florence strands a runner on third. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 0-0 at EQT Park when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the fourth, 0-0 between the Yalls and the Wild Things. Meat of the order for Washington, check, Bricado, Ketchup. 2 hits right now against Evan Webster. First pitch to him. Ooh, a off speed, looks beautiful. Misses by a hair. 1-0 count. Brodell grounded out to second his last time up. That one's in there for a strike at 89. Schoenfeld was playing in that shallow right field area. He's back there again against the big lefty and Andrew Check. The 1-1 misses outside on a slider. The 2-1, ground ball right side over towards Zeisler, who gloves it, will run it over himself for out number 1. It's a big first down. 3 unassisted. A lot of ground balls today. Spun by Webster. Brings up Ricardo. He flied out to center field his last time up, shallow center. Ricardo, the former friend of the Florence Yalls, had a great season with the Yalls last year. First pitch to him, misses upstairs. (1-0), missing outside. He's got 4 home runs on the year this year. (2-0), in there for a strike, 2-1. It's his 7th pro season, 2nd full season with the Wild Things. Entire career in indie ball. 2-1, skies it down the right field line in foul territory at 2-2 count. Obviously, multiple stints with Florence as well as the rain starts to come down. The grounder over towards Garrett Broussard at third, scooped up by Hank Zeisler. That one was dug up by Zeisler. Can you dig it too? And on over to Can You Dig It RC and Erlanger for hands-on remote-controlled construction and 4x4 rock crawling fun. Visit us in store or book online at canyoudiguitrc.com. The rain will send fans looking for cover. Not entirely pouring, just maybe some slow big drops right now. First pitch, that's a line drive over towards Baker, off his glove, he picks it back up. Throw goes on to first, it's in time. What a play from Dylan Baker to stay with that. And then the 1-2-3 frame for Evan Webster. Heading to the top of the fifth, it's scoreless at EQT Park. When we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDM. Garrett Broussard leads things off in the top of the fifth for Florence. 2 hits on the day for the Yalls. Looks like the rain slowed down a little bit already. First pitch misses upstairs. That one's in there for a strike. The 1-1. Misses inside. The 2-1 pitch. Ropes it out towards right field. It's going to drop in and go all the way to the wall. Broussard on his way to second. And he'll stop there with a leadoff double. Florence, another leadoff runner in scoring position. They had one last inning. Let's see what they could do with it this time. Check swing, a foul ball there to Milo Rushford. Oh, 1, swing and a miss, down 0-2. Rain starting to come down hard again. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Rushford down on 3 strikes. Pretty certain that's Rushford's first time striking out with the Youngs. He did not strike out yesterday, and he didn't strike out in his first 2 games either. So that's his first time going down on strikes. The 6th K of the day for Hector Garcia, who's rolling through the lineup. He's allowed 3 hits, but has picked up his fair share of strikeouts. Dylan Baker with an RBI opportunity. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. Florence just got to shorten the swings here. At least move Broussard a little bit. This would be the part of the order. Could have, you could throw a bunt down. Maybe not as meaningful with 1 out now, but. Dylan Baker had a 4-for-4 day here in the last series. 0-1, swing and a miss. He's taking a big swing right now. Lining up on the outer half of the zone. 0-2, swing and a miss. Everything outside there. Dylan Baker was trying to pull it. It seemed like a very easy plan for Hector Garcia. Just everything outside, and Baker fell for it all. Second time put him down in the 7th K of the day for Garcia. Kyle Harbison, the batter, lined out to short his last time up. That one bounces in the dirt. Now 2 away and a runner in on second. Florence with the 7-8-9 following a leadoff double. So far not able to move Broussard. It's definitely the part of the order where you got to move him around a little bit. In there for a strike, 1-1. Kyle Harbison had a hot start to his 2026 season. Hasn't got a hit in a little. 0-for-3 his last time up, or yesterday, 0-for-3 with a K. He was 0-for-7 in the last series. 0 for his last 11. Grounds it right side, fielded by Andrew Check. Covering over at first is Garcia, and that will end the inning. 3-1 after a leadoff double. Florence can't get anything from it. We head to the bottom of the 5th, scoreless at EQT Park when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Hunter Stokely, Kyle Edwards, Isaiah Skiros due up for the Wild Things. 0-0 game. It's been sporadic showers, on and off right now. Right now it is off, but when it's come down, it's been big drops, you know, making like a loud sound on these metal bleachers. I'm in favor of it being raining every time Florence is at the plate, and then dry every time Evan Webster is on the mound. That's what I want. Just 2 hits allowed through 4 innings of work so far for Evan Webster. Facing Hunter Stokely. Ground out to Tyler Schoenfeld his last time up. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Bottom of 5. 0-0 between the Yulls and the Wild Things. 0-1, ground ball right side. Schoenfeld on the back end. Gets to his legs. Throw on to first is high, but in time. 4-3 put away there. Out number 1. Brings up Kyle Edwards. He flied out to left his last time up. Last 5 putaways have all been ground balls from Webster. Really has rolled a lot of ground balls today. Pointing out to left field. Looks like the gate was open. Yeah. The gate was open out there. Total delay of game. First pitch to Edwards, an off-speed in there for a strike. Beautifully placed. One misses upstairs. Florence not able to give Webster any run support so far. In terms of starting pitchers, Webster given the 2nd least amount of run support. Isaac Milburn has received basically none. 2.8 runs in support of any of his starts. That's what he's averaging. Liam Alpern has actually gotten 11.5 runs in support. That leads the team in terms of the rotation. That one's fouled away. 2-2 the count. We did see David Alpern comment back at the question I asked him, you know, debating where the fans lie in LA, you know, between the Dodgers and the Angels, and he sent a very good response. 2-2 fouled away. Answer to your question as demonstrated by the LA Times just yesterday. Dodgers getting the full page coverage, and then all the left side. Angels need to move on with future. That is a brutal look. The passionate Orange County Angel fans at every home game urge Artie Moreno to sell the team. That one skied out towards right center field. Jackson Tucker all over it, makes the grab for out number 2. He said we missed the great Mike Scioscia era. Bella Janes said, is it Mike Trout? And these milk and cookie people are getting absolutely wild down here. First pitch to Quiros is in there for a strike. Louisville Hog Jay Warford said, Tim Anderson for the White Sox. People forgot how good he was before he got knocked out. That's correct. His career kind of started spiraling after Jose Ramirez. That infamous right hook. They got into a scuffle at second. And you're right, he really did trend downwards after that. 1-1 fouled away. I was a big Tim Anderson fan. I thought he was just, I guess right now you would say aura. Just had so much aura. Used to be drip back then, swag. But he was always dripping on the field. That one skied high. Behind home plate, Harbison removes the mask, makes the grab. Another 1-2-3 frame for Evan Webster. He's rolling through. It's 5 scoreless as we head to the top of the 6th at EQT Park when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the 6th, 0-0 between the Yalls and the Wild Things. Jackson Tucker will lead things off. It's the top of the order for Florence. Still Hector Garcia on the mound for Washington. He's a pretty quick work of Florence. He's allowed only, at most a base runner in an inning, although he stranded runners, 2 runners at third, and last inning a runner at second. That one's poked out towards right field. Bricado working back. He makes the grab for out number 1. Bring up Tower. Shaney felt a bunt single his last time up. Shaney felt the lefty, had a bunt single, and then the throw went wild down the right field line. He got over to second, stole third, was stranded just 90 feet away. First pitch in there for a strike. Sergeant Bilko said, curious, what are the stats for stranded runners for the Yalls so far this season? Let me see. I don't know if I have exact stats on the stranded runners. I do have how the team hits with runners in scoring position. The situational. Florence 319 with runners on base. And then runners in scoring position hitting 291 as a team. Obviously, they're usually very good with runners in scoring position. That one's fouled away. Count stays 0-2. Among some of the best. Dylan Baker actually hits 346 with runners in scoring position. Blomquist 308, Bobo 324. Jackson Tucker 423 and Hank Zeisler 424. 0-2 misses upstairs. So in that inning, you would have had Dylan Baker at 346. He does have 11 RBIs and a home run with runners in scoring position. Just 5 strikeouts. Now it's 6. 1-2, fouls it away and stays alive. Zach Beadle hitting just 188, Brodell 118. Broussard 208 with runners in scoring position, although Broussard also with 11 RBIs. Schoenfeld a $167 with runners in scoring position. I don't have it how many we've left on. The 1-2, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Schoenfeld sat down on strikes for the first time today. Out number 2 here in the 6th. That's the 8th K for Hector Garcia, who's rolling. Garcia only at 67 pitches. It's been 52 strikes and 15 balls. Brings up Hank Zeisler. Florence trying not to go down in order. Went down 1, 2, 3 in the first and third. This would be the third time they've done so today. The 1-0, missing upstairs. With 2 outs this season, Hank Zeisler is hitting .371. 3 RBIs. It's one of the highest on the team. Jackson Tucker, .370. 2-0. Top of the zone in there. Brett Blomquist. Not as much action as Zeisler and Tucker, but Blomquist with 2 outs is hitting .500. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. That's pretty amazing. 7 for 14. 2-1 upstairs. 3-1 the count to Zeisler. Pitch. In there for a strike, bottom of the zone at 90 miles per hour. Now a full count. 2 away, bases empty, top of the 6, 0-0 between the Yalls and the Wild Things. Rory Tettemer on the mic. Appreciate you guys tuning in to Frontier League Baseball, powered by HTN. Payoff pitch. Fouls it away. We'll do it again. Payoff. Sends it out towards left field. It's well hit forward all the way to the warning track to the wall. He looks up and it's out of here. An Oppo Taco bomb for Hank Zeisler. Florence on the board. It's 1-0 in the 6th. 4th long ball on the season for Zeisler. 95 off the bat. 376 on the distance. That should wake the offense up. Their first run in the last 15 innings of baseball for Florence. Gets them on the board here. That's Hank Zeisler's first home run with 2 outs this season. Just coincidentally, we were talking about players with 2 outs. We saw he was hitting .371, leading the team. 2-out baseball. That one's in there for strike 2, Richardson. Starts to come down again as Richardson lifts that one out. Down the right field line, foul territory. Stokely trying to get there. He makes the basket grab. What a play from Hunter Stokely. He drops the ball in the right field bullpen. Florence gets one from Hank Zeisler, a solo blast in front of his folks here at EQT Park. Carrying a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the 6th, it's 1-0 Florence. Evan Webster working with a lead for the first time. First pitch, ground ball, slow roller over towards the second baseman, Schoenfeld. Toss on to first is in time. 4-3 on the put away of Ryan Ford. Back up to the top of the order, it's Connor Peak. Webster has allowed just 2 hits across 5 1/3 innings of work. Rain still slightly coming down here at EQT Park. Press box made a good mention that I was here the last time. Rain did fall on a big promotion night. Salute to service here. EQT Park. That's why the Wild Things are in their USA jerseys. Off speed in there. 0-1 the count. Peak 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the 3rd. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Bottom half of the 6 always brings us our Furniture Fair This Date in Baseball history. Style come for value. That's the Furniture Fair promise. Visit your local showroom or shop online at FurnitureFair.net. 0-2 fouls it away. Hopping in the time machine, looking at June 6th and all the fun things that happened on this date. Let's go to 1941. June 6, 1941. Fastball misses out. The Giants use plastic batting helmets for the first time against the Pirates, but lose a doubleheader to the Bucks, 5-4 and 4-3. In the nightcap, Pittsburgh pitcher Rip Sewell sets an NL record by totaling 11 assists. Another ground ball, 2-hopper over towards Schoenfeld. Throw on to first is in time. 4-3 on the put away. He's been active at second. 2 outs with the bases empty in the bottom of the 6th. How about that? 1941 is when they started using plastic batting helmets. This date, 1944, all major league games were canceled as the country's focus turned towards Europe while Allied forces invade occupied France. 0-1, rain starting to come down a little bit more. Yeah, here it is. I mean, it's a quick pour. 0-1, misses upstairs. It's away from Harbison. Looks like it hit him maybe on the bare hand as well. They're going to clear the field. Man, a 1-1 count, 2 away with the bases empty. Just starting to downpour here at EQT Park out of nowhere. Gotta hope Evan Webster is able to stay in this ballgame with just a quick shower, you'd hope. So we'll enter a rain delay. A 1-0 lead for the Yalls as the field has been cleared. Stay tuned to Florence social media for when this game can resume. It's raining sideways right now. Again, this just monsoon came out of absolutely nowhere. And Evan Webster was pitching unbelievable. You got to hope he's able to stay in this ball game and it's not too long of a delay. He was pitching lights out, and it was just an out away from going 6 full innings here. So we'll head to a break, and we'll have the update in action for you when we return on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. For those still tuning in to this Saturday night game against the Washington Wild Things, the game has been suspended until tomorrow. A 1-0 Y'all's lead. Suspended until tomorrow. We're in the bottom of the 6th, a 1-1 count, 2 away. Evan Webster's night is unfortunately done. Florence will pick this up tomorrow with the originally scheduled 4:05 time. So we'll finish this game, and then game 2 will be a 7-inning match with Isaac Milburn on the mound. Unfortunate, because Evan Webster was rolling, saw him out in left field, actually warming up to stay and come back into this game, and just gets suspended. Currently not raining at EQT Park, but apparently they see something in the forecast and do not want to resume, and then have to, go into another rain delay. So we will just pick it up tomorrow. Hopefully better weather, and hopefully we can pick up 2 tomorrow. But that'll do it for us tonight. Appreciate you guys hanging in there on the Florence Y'all's radio network, as well as the Frontier League network powered by HTN. So that'll do it for us tonight. Saying so long from EQT Park, and y'all have a good night.